The United States has begun imposing sanctions on Iranian individuals to reflect Washington's increased concern over links between the IRGC and Yemen's Houthi rebels to improve the Houthis' ballistic missile capabilities. US Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, in a May 22 statement, said, "The United States will not tolerate Iranian support for Houthi rebels who are attacking our close partner, Saudi Arabia." He added, "They have also disrupted humanitarian aid efforts in Yemen and threatened freedom of navigation in key regional waterways." 5 Iranians assisted Houthi rebels in launching missiles at cities and oil infrastructure and installations in Saudi Arabia. The move to sanction individual IRGC personnel comes after warnings in March this year after a Houthi missile attack on Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. The sanctions target Mahmoud Bagheri Kazimabad, commander of the IRGC aerospace unit, and Agha Jafari, a senior officer in the unit, both identified as responsible for transfer of missile components and the deployment of ballistic missile specialists. 3 other individuals are also included in the group who the sanctions will affect. The result will see the freezing of any assets held in the US. The sanctions will also hit any individuals shown to have provided financial or material support to the 5 sanctioned subjects. The Saudis have complained long and hard that Iran's Yemeni game plan was following a typical pattern: support, train and equip rebel groups to undermine and destabilize the official government. The same strategy was implemented with Hezbollah in the Lebanon. The IRGC's tactics with the Houthi and other insurgent groups in the Middle East was no doubt a major factor in Trump's decision to pull out of the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, or the Iran nuclear agreement as it's better known. Last December, the US ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, revealed Iranian-made weapons captured in the Yemen. She said, "The nuclear deal has done nothing to moderate the regime's conduct in other areas. Aid from Iran's Revolutionary Guard to dangerous militias and terror groups is increasing. Its ballistic missiles and advanced weapons are turning up in war zones across the region. It's hard to find a conflict or a terrorist group in the Middle East that does not have Iran's fingerprints all over it." Iran denies the Saudi and US claims that it provides weaponry and financial support to the Houthi militia, but it seems farcical to assume the Houthis developed their own ballistic capabilities, along with the missiles and sea mines they use to threaten the Red Sea shipping lanes. Back in 2017, US Navy Admiral Kevin Donegan said, "These types of weapons did not exist in Yemen before the conflict. It's not rocket science to conclude that the Houthis are getting not only these systems, but likely training and advice and assistance in how to use them." Success in defeating the Houthis is an important strategic aim in the Middle East, protecting Saudi Arabia's stability and resisting the spread of Iranian influence. The United States is acting with strength to support Saudi as equally as it militates against Iran and its proxy militias. US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo recently revealed the new 12 demands US policy towards Iran, saying that unless Iran complies with these demands, it will face the strongest sanctions in history and unprecedented financial pressure from Washington. One of the 12 demands is for Iran to cease providing military support for the Houthis.